Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of This Weekend. It's a brand new show where every week we talk about your favorite sports, and today we're talking about the NFL. Alright, as always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified every single time I post a new video. And with that out of the way, let's talk about the Amazon gift card giveaway. As you may know, because I've beaten this like a dead horse, I'm giving away a $20 Amazon gift card once I hit 150 subscribers. Right now we're at 109, so it's been steadily climbing. You can check my posts on Instagram at WhiteLightning, YouTube to get more details, but winner will be decided, like I said, once I hit 150 subscribers. Now, let's talk about my punishments. I lost 5 games last week, so not too bad. Hoping the punishments won't be excessively crazy because I'm hungry right now, but we will just deal with it as we go along. Okay, let's talk about last week's insane moment. The Bills and Cardinals final minutes. That's what was insane. Stephon Diggs got a touchdown with 34 seconds left to take the lead. But then DeAndre Hopkins happened. I'll just show y'all exactly what happened. Roll it.
Shotgun. Murray out of the pocket. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. Murray heaves it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. It is caught.
I have never seen a catch like that. With last week's insane moment out of the way, let's talk about this week's headlines. First one, what happens in Vegas affects the entire NFL. Raiders, they have 11 players on the COVID list. That means that they have 11 players that can't play until they're cleared. The Raiders, they have paid over $1.2 million in fines and have lost a 6th-round draft pick. And the situation has caused the NFL to force other teams to comply to the intensive COVID protocol. There's no water. Give me the trash can right now. Give me the trash can. I can't get it out. With that out of the way, let's talk about the next headline. Chris Carson, he is out for this Thursday night's game against the Cardinals. Huge loss for them. A dangerous offense that needs that great running ability. He was said to be in for this week. He was perceived to be in. But this decision comes after his foot injury is still aggravating him. Hopefully he'll be back in time for next week's game. But luckily they're getting Carlos Hyde back. So they're not going to be stuck with just a few backup running backs. Next headline, Judge, Jury, and Executioner. Joe Judge has fired offensive line coach Mark Colombo. News comes after the two of them had an altercation about hiring of NFL assistant Dave DeGuglielmo. DeGuglielmo had a history as an O-line coach, and Coach Mark Colombo thought that he was getting replaced. He didn't like it. He thought that he was getting cut out of the team. So he talked to Joe Judge. They got a little spat, and then Joe Judge just fired him. Not good for Mark Colombo, but, you know, what are you going to do? With headlines out of the way, let's talk about fantasy predictions with Matt. Justin Herbert, he is a must-start quarterback if he's on your fantasy team. He already has been performing remarkably well, but he has a chance to do even better this week against a very bad Jets defense. Next prediction, Kyler and Russell Wilson are set for big days tonight. The Arizona and Seattle game is going to be high scoring with two bad defenses, no better way to put it, giving both quarterbacks plenty of opportunity to score through the air and on the ground. And my last prediction, Ravens defense is going to have a bad week. The Ravens D has had a great season defensively, but going against Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill, who has thrown for 20 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions, I think that they are going to get their points, and I think the Ravens defense goes below 5 points. With my predictions out of the way, let's talk about the games. First up, we have the Thursday night matchup between the Cardinals and the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks have a disappointing defense, to say the least. That's putting it lightly, that their defense is very bad. I think Cardinals are coming off a huge win, and they get another one. Give me the Cardinals. Next game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Cleveland Browns. I think Cleveland has a run-heavy offense and has one of the best running back duos in the NFL in Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Now that both of them are back and playing at full steam, I think they both have a good game and lead the Browns past the Eagles. Give me the Browns. Next game, we have the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers found out recently that Teddy Bridgewater is out. He is unlikely to play, therefore, more than likely, he's out. Like I said in my notes, if he's out, the game is going to be completely one-sided. I don't trust P.J. Walker or Will Grier to lead an offense like that. They're going to give Mike Davis the ball a lot. So, give me the Lions. Next game, we have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Without Drew Brees, New Orleans' passing game is going to go down to 0. I think either with Taysom Hill or Jameis Winston, neither one of them are going to be good enough to lead that offense. Taysom Hill is not a good enough passer because he's more of a runner. He's their do-it-all guy. I'm not trying to take anything away from Taysom Hill, but he's just not that guy. And Jameis Winston is basically blind. He has admitted that himself, that he has horrible vision, and it's very difficult for him to see who he's throwing to. So if Jameis Winston starts, I think he throws 2 interceptions at the least, and that's against a very bad Falcons team. So give me the Falcons. Next game, we have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Washington football team. Cincinnati beat Tennessee, and I trust their offense more than I trust Washington's offense without Kyle Allen and with Alex Smith under center. Washington's lone win over the past 5 games came against Dallas. So if that's not enough for you to pick against Washington, I don't know what is. I'm picking against them. Give me the Bengals. Next game, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's Jacksonville, and they're taking on the only undefeated team in the NFL. I think this is an easy win for Pittsburgh. Give me the Steelers. I don't want to do this anymore. I really don't. Here's peppercorns. Here's ungrinded peppercorn. Okay, it gets a lot harder. Next game, we have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson. Ooh, it's starting to linger. Lamar Jackson has been declining this season. He has not been doing as well as last year. I'm calling a close upset. Give me the Titans. Next game, we have the New England Patriots taking on the Houston Texans. Houston had a game inside a windstorm against the Cleveland Browns. Houston's defense, they're going against the New England offense, who's not that great, but Houston's defense is just that laughably bad. And New England's defense is way better than Houston's. I think that they get enough pressure on Deshaun Watson to make him uncomfortable. I think the Patriots get the dub. Give me the Patriots. Next game, we have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos. Denver's offense has been stagnant without Drew Lock. They put up 12 points last week. Miami, their last 2 games have been great. They have wins against the Chargers and the Cardinals. For that reason, I'm going with the Dolphins. Give me Miami. Next game, we have the New York Jets taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Stop with the powders. Next game, we have the New York Jets taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the Jets. Give me the Chargers. That was cumin? Next game, we have the Green Bay Packers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The Green Bay Packers coming off that tough performance against the Jacksonville Jaguars where they almost lost. And the Colts being the only win that the Jacksonville Jaguars have gotten this whole season. Coming off that bad performance, I'm leaning towards the Colts in this one because they're playing a much better defense this week. Devontae Parker might be out. I'm going to call the upset. I'm going with the Colts. Give me Indianapolis. Next game, we have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Even though Minnesota has a horrible defense, it's Dallas. Minnesota, they've won 3 straight, and I think they extend it to 4. Give me the Vikings. Next game, we have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas being the only team that beat the Chiefs back in Week 5. It'll be very interesting to see how both teams handle this rematch. But Las Vegas, they have way too many players out. They have 11 players on the COVID list, like I said in the headlines. So it's going to be difficult to pull off the upset again. But I'm going with the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. Oh, it's burning. That was just peppermint extract. Last game, we have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday night. It'll be very interesting to see these two teams have at each other. Which Tampa Bay team are we going to see? Will we see the 3 points against New Orleans, or will we see the 46 points against Carolina? I think the offense is going to do fine. I think they're going to be more like the Carolina team. I think that they're going to get at least 28 points. I think their defense is great. They're very fast, very athletic, really come at the ball. I think they'll do just fine. I think they handle the Los Angeles Rams. Give me the Buccaneers. All right, that's going to do it for our show. We're going to wrap it up here. Bye, guys. Oh, that's cold. That's so cold. That's so cold. Ah. Ah.
No.
Well, this is a waste.
Riggs, lick it.
All right, that's going to do it for our show. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to enter the $20 Amazon gift card giveaway. Make sure you tune in next week for This Weekend. Make sure you tune in next week for This Weekend. Thanks so much for watching. I think I've said that 3 times now. I'll see you next week in the NFL. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.